Everybody, been trying to make this video for a while and keep leaving weapons out. Isn't that? See the weapon stash. That's a 6-foot level, so it gives you about an idea how tall they are. This one here, homemade weapons. Let's pull the cap off. That's the sheath I made. VCR case and tape. A little strap from a handbag. There's the tip. Russian blade or German steel. Pretty hardcore. There's the length of it. Penetrating. That's a 6-foot level again, so it gives you an idea. Pretty long. It's a spear. It's enough to do the trick. Homemade weapon. Combat capable. Everything is every one I make, they're all razor sharpened and they're all bolted all the way through the shafts or handles, whatever the case it might be. This here is touching the floor, got your height. Again, good enough reach that it's heavy. Pickaxe head, reshaped, bolted through with the lag, sharpened on the grinder. It's a pickaxe, so there's a lot of weight there. Heavy duty chain. This I heated up with a torch and bent this over. Piece of iron. I had to work at it a while. Steel handle, part of a jack. It's heavy. Okay. And there is this one. This is about 2 foot. Penetrable. Goes right through 3/4 inch piece of plywood with barely a swing. It's a good solid weapon. Good solid handle. One of my favorites. Leftover pieces of scrap steel. Twin little throwing daggers. Little throwing axes. Hand axes. One for each hand. You can hold them like this. Interlock them when you grab them. Double in. Pretty nifty. Another one. Pretty good distance. Figure. There's my hand. Short handle. Again, pretty beefy piece of chain. This is a dagger, or you knock the heck out of them. You can hold this here, and the other one with the little short reach, not much distance, uppercut to the chin, club them in the head. Multi-functional. Another weapon. Alright. This is a spade shovel. Traced out. Cut the grooves in there. Maximum damage. Backed it up, steel plate. That you can hunt just about anything you wanted to. Penetrable power. Nice little tool. Again, a 6-foot level. It's my cash stash. Alright, here's a walking stick I made. Perfect for my height. It's a trailer hitch, brackets, steel bar, black tape. I got some little metal dowels lined up. I'll give you a better look at it in a minute. It's got the rubber bottom, so you don't fall, and that's how it looks. It functions as a handle, so it doesn't slip away. So you can use this as a club. Gave it some clear coat, nice glitter job there. Cleaned it up. The cool part about this is if you unscrew this, let's see. Little twist. It's the male threads. Slips inside those threads with the spike in there. It's liquid steel in there. Good solid, penetrable. Spike is needlepoint. It's pretty dang sharp. This works as a dagger, stabbing, or you can use the butt. Solid, it's heavy. slips. Put it back in there. And then screws back on. Screws on tight. It's nice and solid. It doesn't make any vibration noises whatsoever. A few more. This is an old meat cleaver. Did the rope handle, noose type wrap, so it tightened down on itself. Old axe handle. This again is a fully functional, combat capable weapon. I've tested it out on a king size mattress I threw out, and yeah, that would lay you open. You can use this as a club if you hold the handle upside down, and you can use this as a club and hit them. Or you can use this as a grip and handle as still a cutting materials. So that's that. All right. Let's see. Here's one of my favorites. This is a saw blade, 5-gallon bucket I set on each side, traced it out, cut it, stuck it on the grinder, smoothed it out. If you swing down like this, that's for digging in and chopping. And if you swing across this way, that's for cutting. So this is going to bite you, dig in, that's going to slice you. All in all, double-headed axe. This is a baseball bat, the handle. I ran it down table saw. I got epoxy on every one of my weapons, the liquid metal. Sealing them all in, form kind of like as a caulk, but this is for strength and to protect you from the weather. They're all solid, bolted all the way through, every one of them. I do the tape just for cosmetics, not for strength. This was a baseball bat handle and an old saw blade. That's what you get with a baseball bat and an old saw blade. A badass, combat capable axe. Fuck your whole motherfucking day up. Just saying. Here is up against, so you can see a little bit of the height on it. It's an old sod cutter. Did a little cutting. This spearhead is penetrable to 3/4 inch piece of plywood. Does not even phase it. It'll sink all the way up to the flat easy. If you're hitting flesh, it's going all the way in. It's a bad day for you. I've tested all these, and they all do maximum damage, huge damage. 6 foot. Show you kind of like what the reach distance is. Here's my hand. You can hold it here. But this little hump here, part of the blade, you can see. And then there's a little bit for the handle, but you would hold it up here, rest that against your arm as arm control and power. Again, it's combat capable. There's the handle, got a good reach. It's solid steel all the way through up to this point. That's just a stop done up with tape, and then it's got the bigger head, the curved blade. That is brutal. Nasty, scary, does nasty damage. That would decapitate anything, probably a cow. I wouldn't be surprised. Here's another one. Pretty good distance. It's a good reach handle. Here's the height on it anyways. You can't tell what it is until I show you. This would cut your body, probably cut your body in half, I would say. This is an old saw blade. And again, I bored the handles down, cut them out, got the liquid epoxy all in there for strength. Again, the tape is just for looks, cosmetics. Sealed it all the way through each side. The back side of the saw is sharpened teeth. Cutting through bone, wood, whatever. And then that's pretty much close as you're gonna get sharpened on anything. The weight of this alone, it's heavy, and will cut you in half. It'd be a bad day for anybody who gets in its way. Here's one. Yeah, it's got some pretty good height on it for distance. Reaches more than in front of you. Old steel shovel handle. Set it up here so you get a little shot of it. It's a sickle. Old steel shovel handle with a plastic coat for rust. Tape is just for handle again. Nothing is coming from strength with tape. Everything's all bolted through. A couple different rivet throughs. This one's got a big old bolt and pinched the metal, got the handle on tight, and I've actually used this to cut pretty good size trees starting or whatnot, but it's also for battle. Got a couple more, 3 more here, and then I will leave you alone. Tested on that king size mattress. This did some slicing damage, made penetral holes. This was the back side of the blade. I sharpened it all. Well, on these type saws, they got a little bit of teeth here. So that's razor sharp, the way it turned out. This has got the teeth on it. This is the blade itself to cut, trim blade. It's got the jagged edges, but now it's sharpened. So it's very sharp. This back side of the handle here, blade, you could definitely shave some hair off your arms. All the bolts in there with the heads filed down. Again, all epoxied for strength each side. All caulked in, weather sealed, strong. That's where the strength is coming from, is the liquid steel there. It's a 2-part epoxy I use on all these. The tape, again, no strength, just looks. This is $4 machete. There's real blood on there. I cut myself. Put a longer handle on it. Just beefed it up a bit. So your reach power is like pretty good distance away from you. You figure you got about 6 inches a square, so gives you a hell of a reach. You don't have to be as close. And do everything a machete will do, but probably a little more because of leverage. Chopped your ass. The case is 2 pieces of plastic, black tape together. Slips over it. That's that weapon. Last weapon, and I will let you people go and do what you do. This is a sod cutter. Round it off the top. And the bottom there. Old wood handle. Got a pretty good distance. It's about three, close to 3 foot tall. Maybe not 3. This one right here did the most damage when I tested it on a mattress. I've got this side bolted through. This side's all liquid nailed, liquid epoxied. Every one of them are all done up. But I got this main bolt through. This was a sod cutter. This was straight across and rounded up into this point and was round and flat. So I trimmed it off, made the axe head itself. I left the part of the metal spike on there to go through the handle itself for strength and looks and functionalities. It helps sink into someone's dome if you must. But this did, when I swung, it buried all the way into the mattress, and with a half swing, I barely used any pressure, and it dug right in. This did the obvious amount of most damage. It's pretty heavy axe head, pretty good thick gauge steel. I've got the top sharpened, but not the bottom, in case your hand slips. But that's a pretty decent thickness in metal there, so it's got some weight. It's hardened steel. And that would do it. It's going to wrap up my little weapons video here. And again, stockpile, zombie apocalypse type weapons, combat capable. I'm not going to tell you how I made them. Push comes to shove. That's my favorite up there with the spike. Push comes to shove. Shit hits the fan. I'm fucking you up. Make your own weapons. Figure it out. Have a nice day.